Hey everyone, my name is Triple C, and in this video, I'm going to be discussing my Destiny 2 review, or rather, what I'm worried about for the game, some of which, actually, today, Bungie has already discussed on how they're, or not really how, they're saying they're working on it, which means, it could be 3 months down the line, 6 months, whatever, but, as you guys know, Destiny 2 has been out for a while now. So yeah, this is just my kind of thoughts, and I hope you guys enjoy. My script writer, he's been working on this for a little while now, and oh, wait, what's that? I'm getting something. Oh, I don't actually have a script writer. Anyways, so that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the Destiny 2 experience. It's been out a little over about a month and a half now. So if you have not had a chance to play it, hopefully you have seen some of my videos on it. So the biggest gripe a lot of people are having with Destiny 2, and in general, if you go on the internet, this will probably be one of the first ones that pops up, is the fact that it has so much to do after the campaign. Which, let me talk about the campaign for a second. The campaign is 10 out of 10. It's really good, well, like 9 out of 10, but whatever. Campaign is really good. It's short. It introduces you to things in the game, well, like gun gameplay, all the supers and all that, and it's good. It's all nice and dandy. But after that, there's only really a handful of things that you can do that'll actually get your light level up. And so what the people in general have been complaining about is that it has so much more content than Destiny 1. There's adventures, patrols, strikes back, which literally have no purpose in the game whatsoever after you reach like light 250, which is absolutely easy to reach because in this game, Bungie basically hands you everything. During the campaign, you get 2 free exotics. Exotics that in Destiny 1 were extremely hard to get, and you could, after hours of grinding, you would get them through quests and random drops from the highest tier rewards, not some campaign mission. Not that that's necessarily problematic, but what is problematic is the fact that after the campaign, exotics drop just as frequently. You can pretty much get them going from like doing a couple quests pretty easy. And they drop at extremely high light, which boosts you up, which then makes getting higher light, getting max level, pretty easy. Someone said it this way: Destiny 2 is a mile wide, yet an inch deep. Which, in comparison to Destiny, it was like an inch wide and a mile deep. So, what that means is, it basically, it has so much to do, but no reason to do it. For example, the end game is also one of the big main complaints, and honestly, I have to definitely agree with. For the raid and trials, there ain't much incentive to do it. You can get max light. In fact, I have done this. I am max light without having touched raid or trials. The raid is good, but they released the prestige version of the raid. Not much incentive to do it. You get the exact same things. You get tokens for completing the raid instead of actual drops from each encounter, which then you turn in for the exact same rewards you would get from doing the normal raid. Which means there's no reason to do a hard mode unless you just want to sweat the whole time. Which, I mean, come on, we're Destiny players. And talking about trials, there's no real incentive to grind light because, like I already said, once you finish the campaign, there's numerous ways to get max light without having to touch in-game things. Light, trials, and Iron Banner, which Iron Banner, let me just talk about that for a second. If you didn't play it, Iron Banner was this 1 week long competitive Crucible thing that came out, except it wasn't really competitive because the light levels were disabled, which they're also disabled for trials, which means having max light matters zilch. Does not matter at all. You can go in level 250 and your guns will do the exact same damage as someone who's 305. So really, once you hit you just play the game, you hit max light and just go, I'm done, and go put this down. Not real much incentive to grind. Real quickly, I also want to just say, you can do public events, and get up to 90 light, because it it's so easy now to gain, which I understand, Bungo. I understand the fact that they were trying to cater to the casual experience more than the hardcore players, which, like I said in the blog this week, I'll link it down below. They're saying they have multiple things they're going to fix for in-game rewards, having those be more rewarding, which they should have been in the first place, and just other things like around like balance, and I believe making duplicates, because you get lots of duplicates, because this is actually going to roll nice into my next thing here, the removal of random mod perks. Not mod perks, sorry. The removal of random perks on weapons. So, if you don't know, in Destiny 1, there were each gun, right, had a random roll you would get each time you got it. So, that's what made these guns, elusive guns like the IS Luna and Fatebringer. All these guns, people would go after to find the perfect rolls, spend hours grinding to make it the best gun it could be. Now in D2, every weapon, you get one Better Devils, your next Better Devils is going to have the exact same roll. Like the old-fashioned hand cannon, each time you get it, exact same roll. Nothing different, so no incentive to go grind. Once you have a weapon, you have it. This creates a problem because it just decreases the longevity of this game so fast, because that's what kept people playing D2 for hours and for months, because they would have these weapons to grind after, and they would have exotics that you would like aspire to go after, like people would absolutely flip out after getting, because it's so rare to get.
I got the Gallagher! I got the Gallagher! Yes! Yes!
And some people got all the exotics in Destiny 2 within the first week. So that just shows you how different this game is. Like I was saying, no incentive to grind light. Something I also just want to, like, my opinion, like, the after campaign activities can be flown through. What I mean by this is, there's so many adventures you can do, but there's no reason to do them. You can just do public events, like I said, and practically get almost max light, which creates a problem when it's, once again, almost a mile wide. There's adventures, like a good 20 on each planet after the campaign, and they're so good, but there's no reason to do them. Which the casual player's like, what do I get from this? There's nothing. There's nothing you get out of that. Nothing to collect, because like I said, it also goes back, it all revolves around the fact that there's so much to do, but no reason to do it. And there's all these lost sectors on each planet, and they're so cool and intricately designed, but once you hit like 240, no reason to do it, once again. And there's my Strike playlist, which is back from Destiny. No reason to do that whatsoever, because it literally gives you terrible rewards. The only reason to do a Strike is for the Nightfall, and that's to get max light, which once again you can do by doing public events for your flashpoint, going to the Hawthorne, giving you that exotic tier engram, and you get max light. Now, I'm not saying for the super casual players you're not going to have a long time. If you're super casual, yes, you will play this game for a while, but maybe 2 months, because I'm like in between the casual players and the hardcore, and I was maxed in 1 month. So that just tells you I don't know, man. One thing that's pretty much all I want to talk about. There's one more thing. For me, I was super excited for Destiny 2, not about the end game, not the Crucible, but for the story. The campaign started really strong. You had a protagonist that came in and destroyed your tower, took your light, and basically you had to start from scratch. It was a fantastic concept. You had no light for all of one mission. And that really, I feel like, I know why they gave you your light back so you could like subclass in like game reasons, but you could have had you could have not had light for a little longer and just made that experience more dynamic. And as the campaign went, it started to slack off in terms of cutscenes, storytelling, etc. They could have done so much more with this campaign. I don't even want to get into because it literally take 30 minutes or so just to explain all this lore they could have put in. Like, there's this dude who's in charge of the Fallen. He could have showed up, and we would have beat Gary senseless, which we did with our light, and it was kind of anticlimactic, I'm not gonna lie. But nonetheless, it was still a good, decent camp, way better than D2, oh my gosh, way better than Destiny 1. But in terms of campaign, it was very linear, and they didn't really do anything unlinear, which they really could have done. And I hope that in DLCs they really change up the game here with their storytelling and do something unexpected for once, Bungie. Please, I'm begging you. Bring us Prince Aldrin flying in with his crows. Have Marasov come up out of nowhere, and Eris Morn come with the warning of a hive army out of nowhere, and we lose the towers. Not the tower, because we already did that, but like just something big to happen to make the story non-predictable. Like, have, I don't know, Cade get taken, possibly killed. That would put some stress on the story and have people really, really interested to play. So once again, Destiny 2, a mile wide, but 1 inch deep. That is my review and my thoughts of this game. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. I know it's different than most of my normal ones. I know. These are my opinions, and I really had to get those out there, and the cries of the community. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know your thoughts on Destiny 2 down in the comments. If you agree with me, you disagree with me, or if there's anything I said that you think Destiny 2 also has a problem with, you can comment down below, and I'll probably agree with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. God bless.